Today we're going to be looking at some of the new features and changes and some of the things that we're testing out. First up, we're going to take a look at a slight revision to the first level. It now has the obstacles more clearly differentiated from the background, so you can tell that the rocks and the statues are actually things you can't traverse through a little bit easier. It also features a new song that is different from our menu song here, so we're going to play that a bit without some commentary, and then we'll come back in and talk a bit more. Say we can see that the rocks now stand out a little bit better against the background, as do our little statues. And over here, enemies also can't traverse through the posts on the gate here as well. Owls are quick, tricky little guys. You'll notice I have to spend a lot of time dodging to keep away from the enemies, at least early on, before I've got many skills or damage power-ups going. Probably going to die here on this first run, but it's kind of how these things go. Alright, and there we go. Alright, so that was a bit of the new music in the game and a look at a slight revision of that first level. We're going to look at some of the settings here. We're going to turn the music down and the sound effects up so we can focus on them for this next run. Also, you notice we've got some new settings here. We can make the enemies a bit slower. One of the bits of feedback I've got so far is that it's very hard to keep away from them, especially early on. So we've got a new casual mode that slows the enemies down by between 30 and 50%, depending on the enemy. Makes it a little bit easier for those who want a little less dodging and action in their gameplay. We also have settings now that automatically place our traps and our clones so that you don't have to worry about those as much as well. It'll place them once every second as long as you have any that are available. And if you hit the power-ups that give you 99 of either traps or clones, then you'll place them every 0.1 second, so 10 every second. Let's try those out now, and we're going to focus a bit on the sound effects that we've got in the game on this run. Here we go, back to level 1. We've not yet invested in any upgrades. So we've got now 2 different sound effects for our attacks. One for the swords, which we can hear the kind of the metal clashing sound there. And then we've got the whoosh when the player sends out the shurikens. Here we'll take some damage, and we can hear one of the damage sounds. Also, you can hear the sound of the trap going off there every once in a while. Boom, there it goes. We've got a new sound in for our power-ups. Let's grab one of those. Pierce. One of the things I've noticed is that the trap sound doesn't quite match this version of the trap, but we're going to go back into the main menu and switch ourselves to the Trapologist. Their traps explode, and I think that sound matches a lot better with the current sound effect we're using. So let's go grab the trap power-up so we get a bunch of these. There we go. So now the traps explode. And that matches much better with kind of the sound effect that we've got in there for the current traps. Do some trap damage. Boom. Also, as I'm listening to it, I kind of feel like the whoosh from the shurikens actually sounds more like a sword slash that isn't hitting something. More traps, why not? Yeah. Alright, so that shows off some of the new features we've got, the automatically dropping traps and clones, so you don't have to manage them. We'll actually go and show off the new casual speed mode as well, just so you can kind of see what that looks like. Again, it makes things a lot easier early on, especially. You can definitely keep your distance. Enemies still keep spawning at the same rate, so they'll keep building up, so if you don't have enough damage, you definitely will get into some trouble here. But as you can see, I can basically keep about the same amount of distance without having to dodge so actively and kind of wearing out that skill and that cooldown. We got these all set up for a nice big explosion. Boom. Let's do some trap damage. Alright, so I think that shows off most of the new stuff that we've got in here right now. We're going to go back to the main menu. Actually, we'll just take a few more hits of damage. Right. Well, thanks for watching, and look forward to more new features and videos in the future. Take care.